I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for JobSearchCoachingHQ.com. That's a site with curated information you can watch, listen to, or read that's going to help you find work more quickly. Senior professionals are often asked a different caliber of question than their staff is, and with good reason. There are different issues that are involved, and thus organizations want to get a sense of what the history might be in their addressing some of these concerns. So this is a question that a senior person might be asked. Tell me about a time that you had to deal with a difficult staffing issue. And let's pause for a second and ask, why do these issues come up? Well, the answer is really very simple. Often, different people have a different perspective, and there's a lack of clarity about what's being assessed for and how it's going to be assessed for. So if you're asked this question, one of the easiest ways to tackle it is, number one, remember, there's a little bit of theater involved with interviewing. So you always want to give the impression initially that you're thinking about something. So you might just simply go, I remember there was a time a while back. You notice how I paused for a second to think, and then I remembered something and I went right into it. I remember there was a time a while back where we had an issue like this. And I brought the different groups together and sat them down to understand what the problem was, because we had a number of positions open, we needed to get them filled, and we were going to wind up being delayed on delivering service to people internally. So what I found out pretty quickly is different people had a different perspective on what was being needed, and thus there was no clarity on how we were going to evaluate and assess people. As a result, people were operating at cross purposes. So in bringing them together, first we identified the issue, and then from there we worked on getting consistency. We first worked on getting consensus, and then consistency in the interview, so that in this way everyone could come to agreement on what was needed, why, and how it was going to be assessed for. Once we did this, we identified someone who could screen for all this, because we knew we were behind the 8 ball here, and we had to streamline the process. So we got someone who could do the screening for everyone that everyone could buy into, and then they'd shoot them up to me for final approval. Doing this moved the ball very quickly. But, again, and then you pause for a second and then say, and we were able to get the people on board that we needed in short order once we identified this problem. So this is a way to tackle it. And for you as a senior professional, I remind you, there's theater involved with interviewing. You're putting on a small performance. You're an actor or actress on the stage, and you want to deliver your lines in a way that's memorable. So you start off with, and then you go into the line. Put a smile on your face as you answer, a twinkle in your eyes, so that in this way they get it. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I hope you found this helpful. I also want to say that I mentioned JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, where I have my information curated. If you want to go through the full gamut of it, the best of my stuff is at JobSearchCoachingHQ.com, but I've got a lot more at thebiggamehunter.us in the blog there. It's searchable by category. There's a lot of different ways you can slice and dice in order to get information. So again, thebiggamehunter.us. Now, if you're interested in my coaching you, what you can do is connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. And once we're connected, message me. We'll set up a free discovery call to see if it makes sense for us to work together. Hope you have a great day. Take care.